Hello, I'm John Cunningham, and welcome to another episode of the RedChip Money Report. For those of you new to the show, RedChip is an investor relations, media, and research firm focused on emerging growth companies. Our unique platform combines global multimedia with traditional investor relations, reaching investors around the world. Today's show features interviews with executives of 3 public companies. First up is RailVision, stock symbol RVSN on the NASDAQ. RailVision is transforming rail safety with innovative AI technology that enables trains to identify upcoming obstacles with sufficient time to stop. Currently, limits in human vision often mean by the time a train engineer sees an upcoming obstacle, it's already too late to prevent an accident. This revolutionary technology is already being used in markets globally, and the company expects funds from its 2022 IPO will help to accelerate growth in the quarters ahead. We'll learn more when we speak with the founder and CEO later in the show. Up next is Aridis Pharmaceuticals, stock symbol ARDS on the NASDAQ. Aridis is developing novel anti-infective therapies to treat life-threatening diseases that overcome the threat of antimicrobial resistance and viral pandemics. You'll learn more about their groundbreaking development programs later in the show. Up next is DGLY, stock symbol DGLY on the NASDAQ. DGLY is a diversified holding company with operations in video solutions technology, human and animal health protection products, healthcare revenue cycle management, ticket brokering and marketing, and event production. We'll learn more when we speak with the new president of DGLY, Brodie Green, later in the show. Now, before we get to the first interview, our quote of the week. It comes from the book Small Stocks, Big Money. Get to know management, look for intelligence, a high level of integrity, strong communication skills, and make sure they understand their products and business well. This quote comes from Charles Diker, an investment manager featured in Chapter 8 of Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book of exclusive interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon for just $18. Now let's get started with our first interview today with RailVision.
Hello, with us today we have Shahar Hania, the CEO of RailVision. Shahar, thanks for being with us today.
Greg, thank you very much for having me today.
RailVision is revolutionizing railway safety with innovative AI-driven technology solutions. Shahar, let's start with a brief overview of your product portfolio.
RailVision is revolutionizing railway safety with a portfolio of innovative AI-driven technology solutions. Our solutions include cognitive obstacle detection and collision avoidance system, driver alert system, intelligent track monitoring system for predictive maintenance. We offer 2 ADAS products for the railway industry. On the one hand, our mainline product is designed to be used in freight and passenger trains. The system's main advantage is to detect and classify potential hazards up to 2 kilometers away, even in challenging light and weather conditions, enabling the train driver to stop the train safely and prevent accidents. On the other hand, we offer a shunting yard product specifically designed to help drivers in marshalling yards. The system enhances visibility in all light and weather conditions and detects switch states, faults, floating switch status, derailing equipment, and other obstacles threatening normal shunting operations. Overall, RailVision cutting-edge AI-driven technology and products ensure railway safety and efficiency.
How big is the market opportunity you are addressing?
The global railway safety market size is expected to reach over $16 billion by 2027. This presents a significant market opportunity for RailVision to provide its innovative AI-driven technology solutions for railway safety. Integration of advanced technologies such as AI is expected to grow in the coming years in the rail industry, and we are there to fill that gap. Additionally, the increasing focus on safety regulations and standards has created a high demand for innovative solutions in the railway safety market.
Shahar, RailVision has several proof-of-concept programs underway with current and potential customers. Tell us about these programs and what they mean to the future of the company.
Well, we are proud to have participated in the Rio Tinto's AutoHaul project, a leading effort in autonomous iron ore transportation in Australia's Pilbara region. Our solution performed above and beyond expectations while offering exceptional visibility of up to 2 kilometers regardless of light conditions. The long-term POC with SBB Cargo demonstrates the impressive capabilities of our shunting yard solution and its ability to help the driver and the operation manager. And to finish strong, following a successful proof of concept with the Israel Railway Company, we will be providing 10 mainline units. The fact that they have entrusted Rail Vision with this responsibility reflects the power of our systems over other solutions offered to them and shows the trust in us.
Let's turn now to your business model. How does Rail Vision generate revenue?
That's an important question, Craig. Rail Vision generates revenue through the sale of its railway monitoring systems and services to customers in the railway industry. This includes hardware, software, and services such as installation, maintenance, and data analysis.
Management is key to the success of smaller cap companies. Who are some of the key players on your team?
That's a great question. You must have a great team. It is not a singular endeavor, but a group journey. Rail Vision has a team spirit which I believe no one has, not mentioning that each member brings vast experience from the correspondent field. From mechanics through software, algorithms, even field tests, all are expert. This is what makes Rail Vision truly unique.
Knorr Bremse, a global leader in braking systems for the rail industry, was an early investor in Rail Vision. What can you tell us about this relationship?
Well, the relationship between Rail Vision and Knorr Bremse is the true testament to the power of strategic partnership in driving innovation. Knorr Bremse's investment in Rail Vision represents more than just financial support. It represents a long-term commitment to working together towards a common goal of advancing the rail industry. With their expertise, resources, and our cutting-edge technology, we are poised to make a lasting impact on how rail operations are conducted. Our profound relationship is set to go a long way in shaping the future of the rail industry. In the beginning of the year, Knorr Bremse's Senior Vice President, Mr. Mark Klibery, was appointed to serve as Rail Vision Chairman of the Board. This shows the strong bond our companies share. There is not a stronger statement than this.
And finally, Shahar, what is the essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in Rail Vision today?
Investors should take an interest in Rail Vision today because of growing demand of advanced technology solutions in the rail industry, driven by the need to improve safety, efficiency, and sustainability. Rail Vision's computer vision systems are well positioned to meet these needs to provide a significant return of investment. You know, the railway industry is experiencing considerable growth each year, presenting a significant market opportunity and return of investment, especially for Rail Vision investors.
Now, to get more information on Rail Vision, visit rvsninfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free. You can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Rail Vision. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order your copy of Small Stocks, Big Money, a book written by RedChip CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Order your copy at redchip.com today for just $18. Now let's move on to our next interview today with Aridis Pharmaceuticals.
Hello, we're here with Vu Trong, who is the CEO, and Hassan Jaffrey, who is the CMO of Aridis Pharmaceuticals. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good to be with you, Greg.
Thanks for having me.
Gentlemen, 2023 is starting out with exciting news for Aridis on its most advanced Phase 3 clinical program, AR301. Vu, would you please introduce us to AR301?
We are pleased to report the top-line results from a Phase 3 global clinical study evaluating a monoclonal antibody AR301 as an adjunctive therapy on top of standard of care antibiotic in a superiority trial comparing to standard of care antibiotics alone in a critically ill patient population in the ICU infected with Staph aureus pneumonia. With me today is our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Hassan Jaffrey. Hassan will walk you through the key findings from this study.
Thank you. The AR301 phase 3 candidate is a monoclonal antibody being developed as an adjunctive treatment on top of standard of care antibiotics to treat critically ill patients in the ICU with bacterial pneumonia caused by Staphylococcus aureus. This represents the most advanced program in biotechnology involving a monoclonal antibody against serious bacterial infection, a promising alternative to antibiotics alone. In this trial, we observed consistent trends towards clinically meaningful improvements in efficacy across the vast majority of efficacy-related parameters, such as clinical cure rate, better clinical cure in patients infected with antibiotic-resistant MRSA strain, and substantially shorter time in the ICU and in the hospital. Remarkably, AR301 substantially improved clinical cure of pneumonia in the older population above 65 years of age, which achieved statistical significance by day 28. These data are consistent with other scientific reports that showed that antibiotics work much less effectively in the elderly and more vulnerable patient populations, such as those who are severely ill ICU patients, those who are immunocompromised patients, etc., which is where AR301 truly seems to shine.
Hassan, congratulations on the progress. Thanks for the data. Now, Vu, can you tell us about the implications for this data? For laymen, why is it exciting and what is next?
We think that the consistency of outcome measures that are efficacy related, that all trend toward meaningful benefit in this patient population that are treated with AR301 gives us the confidence that the drug may be generating a clinical efficacy signal, and it gives us guidance as to what the next phase 3 study would look like. We're also excited because this is the first ever demonstration of an immunotherapy based on a monoclonal antibody in critically ill patients that are often infected with the antimicrobial resistant infection, such as Staphylococcus aureus. So this gives us quite a bit of excitement that antibodies could have a role in these serious bacterial infections.
Vu, with these positive results, what is next for the AR301 program? How long before we can expect this product to be used in patients?
These results will be compiled in the next coming weeks. We will seek meetings with the FDA and the EMA in Europe to discuss the data and discuss the plan for a final confirmatory phase 3 study that is necessary for licensure. So we fully expect to turn around and do the next final study in order for us to arrive at a point of licensure, which we expect somewhere around 3 years from now. And that is when we can expect this product to be on the market.
Vu, do you expect that these results will stimulate interest among big pharma for possible partnerships?
This is a drug that is an immunotherapy. It represents the first ever demonstration in a reasonably sized clinical study that clinical benefit could be derived from the use of antibody in acute bacterial infection. These are folks that are often infected with the antibiotic resistant version, MRSA, so they're very difficult to treat. This is a new treatment paradigm, and so we believe that there should be significant interest in the multinational pharma companies in a class of drugs like this.
Sounds very exciting, Vu. How do these results impact the sister program, AR320, which is being developed as a preventative treatment?
We think that because this program and the AR320 prevention of pneumonia program share the same exact mechanism of action, they're essentially a similar molecule. One is for treatment, the other is for prevention. This data suggests to us that that it should bode very well for the AR320 program, which is currently in the final phase 3 registrational trial. That program, as you know, have already generated very strong data in the phase 2 study, showing that the drug AR320 could cut the incidence of pneumonia in these vulnerable populations by around half. And so we think that there is a cross-validation of these two programs based on this data.
Vu, what other clinical milestones can investors look forward to from Aridis in 2023?
In 2023, we expect to deliver another clinical data for a separate program of ours. It's a program currently in phase 2 clinical testing for cystic fibrosis infection treatment. It's called AR501. We expect to deliver that phase 2 data shortly, literally in about a month or so. That is a program that is significantly supported by the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. They're also one of our larger shareholders. And so we look forward to delivering that data, which could be potentially another significant milestone for the company.
As you just mentioned, Vu, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation did recently invest heavily in the company. Can you comment a little bit more on the impact of that investment? And I also want to know about the future opportunities for the AR501 cystic fibrosis program.
I think with the foundation's history of supporting in a non-dilutive fashion development of this program from early preclinical development all the way to clinical, and now taking a significant position in the company as a shareholder, we believe that represents strong validation for this program and the company's ability to execute on this program. So we certainly are gratified, and we feel that the foundation's support should further give us the confidence to further develop this program as it reach late-stage clinical testing.
Vu, it's a great story. Hassan, thank you, both of you, for being on the show today.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, to get more information on Aridis Pharmaceuticals, visit aridisPharmaInfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free. You can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Aridis Pharmaceuticals. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order your copy of Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book written by RedChip's CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Order your copy at Amazon.com today for just $18. Now let's move on to our next interview today with DGLY.
Hello, everyone. We are pleased to have Brodie Green in the studio with us today. Brodie is taking over as the new president of DGLY in 2023. Brodie, congratulations, and great to have you on the show today.
Appreciate you having me today.
Brodie, as the new president of DGLY, you are filling some big shoes, namely those of Stan Ross, who is going to remain as CEO. Tell us more about your new role.
Yeah, Stan obviously was with the company for the past 17 years, and he's done a great job with the company, and it's gonna be a big set of shoes to fill. But I'm looking forward to the opportunity, and Stan's going to take over the entertainment side and really follow his passion and what he runs after, which is truly entertainment is where he was born and raised. So it'll be a new chapter for him, which I'm excited to see.
Tell us more about your passion for law enforcement, and I understand you have a family history.
Correct. Yeah, I actually had a father that was in law enforcement for 37 years and an uncle I think he surpassed 41 years in law enforcement as well, and a brother in the Air Force, so I'm the odd one out, but it's something I've been passionate about and grew up around for my entire life, so it's fun to be on this side of it.
All you did was grow up to run a company, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Brodie, the company that you are leading has been doing very well recently with some great revenue growth, 83% growth year over year in the third quarter of 2022. In particular, your video solutions, the legacy business of Digital Ally, and your healthcare billing are driving some strong growth. Give us some details, please.
Yeah, the video solutions side's been doing great with the new products we brought to market earlier this year. More to come there as well, which is exciting to see all the R&D starting to pay off. And then the medical billing side, we started mid-2022, and through several creative acquisitions in the past year or so, we're starting to see those pay off and all really come together, both top line and bottom line for the medical billing side. And the video solutions side is also on a very nice upward trend we're excited to see continue on.
It is always so impressive to see how much sense all these different segments of Digital Ally make. Let's look at one of them again, a little more in depth, Brodie, the healthcare. The Digital Ally Healthcare pursuing a roll-up strategy in the medical billing industry. Give us more details there.
Yeah, so that one we started probably mid-22, as I stated earlier, and that one we've done just a range of acquisitions of smaller family offices, different sizes ranging from $500,000 to $3 or $4 million. So it's any shape and size we've looked at acquiring, and then right-sizing them, maximizing the profitability and the margins on them to really just bring in good revenues and good profitability as well.
One of the segments that must be near and dear to your heart, the video solutions segment, has passed an important milestone recently, Brodie, 200 subscriptions from law enforcement agencies. Congratulations on that. Give us more details, please.
Yeah, it's a big milestone for us, and we're excited to get there, but that's just the beginning for us. The past few years, we turned to the subscription model that offers a 3 to 5 year subscription plan for these law enforcement agencies that'll allow them a little more flexibility when it comes to their capital expenditures and meeting their budgets and whatnot. So it gives them the flexibility and nimbleness they need to make these purchases, which then also goes together with our new products that we brought to market, which is really showing a strong amount of momentum moving forward. So we're on the right trajectory here, and we're hoping to see it continue on.
Digital Ally, with its many segments, must have many partnerships. We haven't even mentioned one of your key partnerships yet, a name everyone knows, NASCAR. Tell us more about that key partnership with NASCAR and your other partnerships.
Yeah, that partnership's been great for us. I think we're going on 6 or 7 years with them now, which has been great, and it's brought a lot of opportunities to us and our group, as the business-to-business opportunities there are dramatic, not just with the partners that NASCAR has, but also just customers and fans there that also get to see our products and see what they're capable of doing. So we've made some great relationships there, as well as with RLL, the IndyCar sponsorship. So we've had some great opportunities come through those, and one of them being an insurance broker, being their preferred commercial video camera, which is a whole nother part of our video solutions group that's excited to see a new product come out early of 23, and really going to see that product hopefully take off.
Brodie, it's a company with a lot of moving parts. I'm sure you would agree there. Tie it all together into an essential value proposition. Why should an investor take an interest in Digital Ally right now?
Right now, we finally have new products to offer. We're going on, I think we had 8 years of the same body camera. So this past year, we've come out with 2 new body cameras, all new software back-end solutions, as well as a new commercial product coming up. That's exciting for us, and I think that the market's going to take it very well. We also have the medical billing side, which is growing both top line and bottom line. So we're very excited about what the future holds. We're going to continue to innovate, and we're going to continue to focus on these groupings we currently have and really focus on driving profitability for the shareholders.
It is a great story, Brodie, and congratulations again on this new opportunity for you. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for the time.
Now, to get more information on Digital Ally, visit digitalallyinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free. You can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com featuring emerging growth companies like Digital Ally. Again, visit redchip.com today and subscribe. Now let's recap the companies you met today. First, you met Rail Vision, stock symbol RVSN on the NASDAQ. Rail Vision's innovative technology is ushering in an era of safe train travel while reducing accidents that can create significant infrastructure issues that result in large financial losses for rail operators. In addition to its core safety technology, Rail Vision is launching predictive maintenance technology as well as potential marketing applications that use advanced AI to target ads to train passengers. Learn more about this compelling growth story at rvsninfo.com. Then you met Aridis Pharmaceuticals, stock symbol ARDS on the NASDAQ. Aridis' proprietary technology platform can rapidly identify human-derived monoclonal antibodies for various infectious diseases. These antibodies can then be applied as therapeutic agents that optimally neutralize invading pathogens. The company has received funding from the Gates Foundation and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which is one of the company's largest shareholders. 5 analysts currently cover Aridis with buy ratings and a median price target of $12 a share. Learn more at eridisfarmainfo.com. Then you met Digital Ally, stock symbol DGLY on the NASDAQ. Digital Ally's diversified holdings, which generated a 191% revenue increase year over year in the first 9 months of 2022, provide multiple growth opportunities. The company's acquisition of new business lines and its evolution from hardware-focused sales to a subscription-based model for its legacy video technology solutions business over the past 24 months was a key driver in their strong performance. Also, the planned upcoming spin-off of its entertainment assets could unlock additional shareholder value. Learn more about Digital Ally by visiting digitalallyinfo.com. Again, if you have any questions about any of the public companies featured on today's show, please call us at 1-800-RedChip or email us at info@redchip.com. In closing, remember, while small caps can provide significant gains, you must be prepared for the downside. Small cap stocks are among the most volatile asset class. Some of the companies featured on this show are RedChip client companies, and we may own stock in these companies, so please always read our disclosures at redchip.com. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next week with some new exciting emerging growth companies.